This is the session 2 where we will going to adding device and hardware configuration steps and searching for the PLC, how to assign the IP address, downloading the hardware online and many more options. Okay, so let's start. Open TIA portal 15.1 I am using. So as you can see, this is portal view. By default it is open in a portal view. Now we'll click on the create a new project. Here you have to give the name of your project, like I'm giving the session 2, and path, select your appropriate path for project storing. I'm selecting my project path, my YouTube video series. Okay, here you have to give the author name. Okay, whatever the author who is creating the project, you can give the short description about your project in the comment area. Okay, introduction or hardware section. Okay, now press the create button. So your project is going to create with the name of session 2. So as you can see in the below area, that project is open and it has been created. Now we'll go to the project view, because there we'll get the structure view about your project. So it will be more useful to completely structurize of our project. Okay, so here you can see your project is added, session 2. Now we'll add the device in our project. So double click on the add new device. As you can see here, there is a add new device tab is open. There you can select your controller, your HMI, PC systems, drive. So in this lecture we'll select only the controller. In the next part we'll see the HMI, PC systems and drive scores. Okay, so for an example, I am selecting the 1200 series CPU from the Siemens, and I'm selecting DC 1214C DC. Okay, I'm selecting the CPU 18040. This is the MLFB number, and on the right side you can see the picture of the actual hardware, MLFB number, what is the firmware version. I'm using latest one 4.3. Here you can get this short description like memory, maximum memory of the CPU, what are the DIDOs, sync source, and what are the high-speed counters supporting. Okay, so here you can see a short description about your PLC. So just okay. And the work window has been already open, and the right side you can select extra hardware if you want to attach with your PLC. So select your PLC and we'll see the property of the PLC in the below inspector window. Select property, select your PLC and go to the property window inside the inspector window. So here you can see the whole property of your hardware. First is your general, which is information about your author, name of the PLC, configuration, short description about your PLC version. Okay, another is a Profinet interface where you can assign the IP addresses and network route to your multiple device. So here we are using only one device, so no need to create a new subnet link. So I'll give the IP address here 0.1. You can assign whatever you want to assign, but your computer and your PLC should be in the same network. Okay, so here I'm assigning 192.168.0.1, and the subnet mask by default will be 2.255.255.255.0. Another is a DI14 DQ10, because this PLC have onboard 14 digital input and 10 digital output. So in that you can see the channel 0, so number of the input output by exploring here general digital input. So you can assign the input filter time here, okay, and digital output. So these are the digital output, and you can see the what is the starting address of your input and what is the starting address of your output. So you can see start address starting from the 0, which is I0.0, and whatever you can modify here, and it's having total number of 14 digital input, so it will end at 1.5. okay, 0 I0.02 I0.7, total 8 number, and rest of 6 number will be covered in 1.0 to 1.5, same as for the output. And it's having the onboard 2 analog inputs, which is channel 0. It's having by default address IW64. It's a voltage channel, and you are giving 0 to 10 volt analog signal here. Okay, you cannot give the current signal here because by default supporting only 0 to 10 volt analog signal. So this analog signal we will discuss in the later section, because we have to cover more things. So in this session only we will morely focus on the hardware configuration and what are the properties, how to go online, how to search the PLC. Okay, so the other property we will see in the next session. Okay, so up to now this is the property. You can get the all the property and what are the functions, securities, all we will get in the property of our PLC. So we already assigned the IP address. Okay, now we'll search for the PLC device like which is connected with our PC or not. So you can click on the accessible device node. So once you will click, the window will open. Here, so here you have to select which PGPC interface you are going to use, because S7-1200 supporting the Profinet Industrial Ethernet, so I'll select Profinet Industrial Ethernet. And you have to select your computer driver, Ethernet driver, like I'm using Killer, someone will use the Intel. So whatever the driver you are using for the Ethernet purpose, you will select here and you will start search. Okay, so we don't have actual device connected with our system, so we will use the PLC simulator for Siemens. So by clicking on the start simulation, your PLC simulation will be start and your actual project will be downloaded into the PLC simulator. So as you can see, the PLC simulator is open now automatically, and your project will be downloaded into the PLC simulator. There is some problem, again we will try to open. We will make a separate video going to use PLC simulator for better understanding. So here you can see the module CPU common has an incompatible version. So what we can do is we have to downgrade our project PLC firmware version, because this PLC sim is not supporting our current firmware version. So what we'll do, we just right click on the PLC and there is a change device option. So you can change the firmware version anytime by right clicking on the change device. So this is very useful option which TI portal is offering, which is very flexible, right? We have selected this CPU and will downgrade the version from 4.3 to 4.2. Now again we'll try to download our project into our PLC simulator. So it will compile our hardware configuration in the background, whether there is an error present or not in our hardware configuration. Okay, everything is fine. We're going to load our project into the PLC. Now as you can see, it's asking for to start our device because CPU is in stop mode. So we'll select start module and press on the finish. See, now PLC is in run mode and everything has been loaded. There is no error, no warning. Okay, so we'll minimize this PLC simulator because there is no need to continuously open this tab. Okay, now go to online. So we'll see the real-time online data of our CPU. So as you can see, we online in our project. Here see everything is green symbol. It means our project is completely downloaded and there is no error. If you are seeing here orange or there is a red mark, then there is some issue with your project or PLC. Here the online task, you will see the cycle time of your actual program. There is a run stop to put CPU in the stop mode to run stop, and there is a memory reset function to reset the whole program and runtime data of our CPU. In the below side there is a memory option. So how much memory is used by our PLC and our program, here you can see, because we are just added our PLC and there is no program inside our PLC, so almost all memory is free. So you have to continuously monitor this memory while coding your PLC, so it will be useful that how much memory is available to load our program data. And there are two windows split options are available, like vertical is split to open two window at a time. Okay, and another is horizontal split. Your window will be split in the horizontal form. And also you can upload the program and hardware configuration from your PLC with the help of this upload option. Just click on the upload and it will ask for some checking purpose. You have to press the continue button and upload from the device. So your whole project will be uploaded here. See, upload from device is finished. so you can easily upload the project if you don't have project from the PLC. These are the online and diagnostic option available in your project tree. You can get the online and diagnostic view of our PLC. In first session we have seen this option. See, your PLC is connected with your computer and it's online. You can go offline at any time. This is the general information about your PLC, like whether is a module, what is the serial number of your module, which firmware you are using, which project, which software TIA portal version you are using. And there is a diagnostic status, like module is exist and it's okay, there is no error inside the module. And another is diagnostic buffer, which is very useful while diagnostic our project and CPU. So it will be more useful. We'll see in the next video about this function and how to use the diagnostic buffer and how to read all the messages and what are the meaning of that messages. Okay, so right now you can get the current thread about your PLC, like CPU's change from the start, stop, run mode, what are the error and why this error came. So this all information you will get from the diagnostic buffer. These are the cycle time we've already seen in the task window. So this is the maximum and current cycle time of your CPU. Memory. So memory you can get from the task window also and from the diagnostic here. So in use this memory, all memory in the byte format. Okay. And there is a Profinet option, Ethernet address, like which MAC address the PLC having, and IP parameters, ports, communication and function. Okay, you can set the module time here. You can select take from PGPC and time will be updated in your PLC. Firmware update, you can get the file from the Siemens portal and select here, you can update the firmware. We will see this all function in the next series of our YouTube channel. This is used for the device name and assigning the name of your Profinet devices and Profibus devices. You can reset the factory to our PLC by reset to factory setting. You can select retain IP address. Your IP address will be resetted or not, you have to select accordingly here. And if you using the memory card, external memory card into your PLC, you can format via this option. So for this session we have covered the hardware configuration, diagnostic view, online and offline, PLC simulator, how to download, how to upload project. So thanks for watching. We are going to offline here, and please like, share and subscribe and wait for the next